Nevada residents are facing a long ballot come November, and at the end, they will be asked to decide on 7 ballot questions.
Yeah, senior political reporter Steve Sebelius has been tracking all the details and joining us here in studio.
Yeah, Joe and Tricia, a lot of ballot questions. Not as many as California, but we still got a lot. Now, last night, we talked about questions 1 through 3. You can find more details about those on our website, ktnv.com. Tonight, let's take a look at the rest, starting with question 4. Now, Nevada became a state in 1864 during the Civil War. We joined the Union as a free state, and the state constitution prohibited slavery except as a punishment for a crime. That punishment isn't used anymore, but the language allowing it is still in the Constitution. Question 4 would take it out. Prison inmates do work voluntarily now, but they earn money, albeit at a smaller wage. Question 4 would not affect those programs. Question 5 would exempt child and adult diapers from the sales tax in Nevada. Why do we even need to vote on that? Well, long ago, the sales tax was the subject of a voter referendum, and once the voters uphold a law, it can't be changed again without another vote. So every change to sales taxes needs voter okay. Proponents say the measure will help especially low-income Nevadans afford a necessity of life, while opponents say it will cost the state. An estimate in the current calendar year shows Nevada would lose about $10 million in revenue. This exemption would last for 25 years and expire at the end of 2050. Question 6 is a voter initiative that would put the right to an abortion in the Nevada Constitution. Abortion is already protected in state law. It can't be changed without another vote of the people. But putting it in the Constitution would make it even harder to change. Proponents say it would protect Nevada women from federal bans on abortion if they are ever passed. Opponents say the change is unnecessary and could have unknown costs going forward. Finally, question 7 would require an ID to vote in Nevada, either in person or by mail. IDs include a driver's license, an ID card, a passport, military or government ID, a tribal ID, or a student ID from a state college or university, among others. Proponents say it will make elections more secure and quell fears of voter fraud, but opponents say it's not needed since in-person voter fraud is almost non-existent and people without IDs could be disenfranchised. Now, both questions 6 and 7 are voter-driven initiatives, which means they will have to pass this year and again in 2026 in order to go into effect. If you have any questions about the election or politics in general, you can submit them on our website. Just head to ktnv.com/asksteve.